That's
nothing
funny.
like good toe side.
Did I say fat fan at Panda?
Fat fam.
Fat fam?
Yeah, I was just fucking at Panda, and I was just thinking, I saw this family that
That's
was
what you
like
had for dinner?
fat. Yeah, I'm gonna eat again though. I was just starving, and I didn't want to cook before the podcast.
Okay.
And I just saw this family that's like fucking obese.
All right.
The two,
what are we
two
talking?
parents.
What's your gate? What's not your gate? Your guess on the
Number
weight.
one, first gate pick tomorrow. A Reno cross.
All right, we'll get there. We'll get there.
The weight, dude, I don't know. The chicks are a little lighter, but she was definitely over 200.
Whew.
And then the dude was probably at least 300.
It's a big bitch.
And then they had 2 kids. And
They're
I was just thinking, like, dude, that fucking must suck. It they'd have to just feel like shit all the time, but they probably don't even know it because it's just normal for them.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no way that they don't feel like shit all the time.
There is no way. And they probably do feel like shit, and then they eat and feel better.
I don't know.
I think so.
I think your body just gets used to it, kind of like when you eat clean and then you go eat fast food, like you'll feel like shit.
Yeah.
But if you're always just stuffing your face with that shit, like I said, it's just normal. They're just like, this is how life feels. But like, I'm like, dude, they have to feel like shit. Like your joints would feel like shit.
Oh, yeah.
Like we've talked about before, dude, you have a fucking permanent 100, 200 pound weight vest on and you're just walking around with that all the time. Like your knees have to just be shot just from
holding that
standing up and down, you know, off the couch, off the chair at work, in and out of the car.
Oh, yeah. Dude, they probably sweat way more.
Yeah.
You know? That's insane. Yeah, being fat. I bet you there's some listeners right now that are pushing 200.
Oh, yeah.
In fat.
Probably. And like,
oh, yeah, he says. We got some fat listeners. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, dude, fucking, I don't really feel bad for fat people. I mean, I know there's some that are like, it's a medical condition and that's like why they struggle with it. I don't know all the medical shit.
I feel like that's fake.
No, there's definitely some stuff.
That makes you fat?
Yeah. But for the vast majority of fat people that you just see out and about, it's because they fucking are shoving food that's essentially poison down their fucking face every day, not in moderation. They're fucking drinking every day, not in moderation, and they don't work out at all. Right. And that's the only reason. And then you see all this shit on TV and you're supposed to feel bad for fat people and you're not allowed to say anything about fat people anymore, like fat shaming them. What? But it's like, yeah.
That's the thing though?
Yeah.
So fat people are...
Well, dude, there's just a thing. I've heard it on other shows and podcasts and shit that people were getting mad at Adele recently because, you know, she used to be fucking fat.
Yeah.
And now I guess she's all skinny. She like lost hella weight and people are pissed at her for it. Because they like, for bettering herself and becoming skinny. They're pissed.
Fat people are pissed?
Yeah, I guess, probably. But because she used to be like a role model for fat people or something, and now she's fucking skinny. And
literally like, a role model.
Dude, but that's so fucking backwards.
Yeah.
Should be the opposite.
She should win a fucking... Dude, Caitlyn Jenner should take that SP and give it to Adele for that. Or whatever the fuck. Not an SP, but whatever they won. The Woman of the Year.
Yeah, dude. This fucking... It's so backwards, but that's what's wrong with everything is that if you are overweight, like you see shit like that and everything is shoved down your throat, no pun intended, that it's like okay to be fat and you're exactly perfect the way you are and this and that. That's what they preach that's wrong. It's right. Like you can be healthy at any size. Like, no, that's not fucking true. If you're fucking 400 pounds, you're not healthy in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah. The only way you can be really heavyweight and healthy is if you look like Terry Crews or like The Rock.
Yeah, but those dudes, well, The Rock is, I wonder what he weighs, but he's also fucking like hella tall.
Yeah.
And he's all muscle. Like clearly that dude's healthy. Yeah. You know? When
Have you seen him lately? He like gaining muscle as he's getting older.
Yeah. Well, he's probably on some serious fucking gear.
Oh, really?
Fuck yeah.
Illegal shit?
Well, I don't know if it's illegal, but I mean, I'm sure. Why wouldn't you be? I mean, he definitely works out hard as fuck every day, but that's not to say that he's not on shit.
Well, yeah.
He might be, he might not be, but probably. I mean, if that was your job to look good and be big as fuck in every single role, you get paid millions of dollars per movie, every single role just to be yoked as fuck, why wouldn't you be on that shit?
Yeah.
You'd want to be as big as possible. Why make it harder for yourself?
Yeah, you notice there's not any fat famous actors for being fat as a fat
Well, there
person.
are kind of. Well, like Jonah Hill used to be before he got skinny, but he was kind of that. He just played that in every movie. He's like a dopey fat kid, you know? So there are some people like that, but
yeah, it's not cool to be fat. And if you are fat and you know it and you don't know it, but you are fat, go to Double Edge Fitness. They'll change your life instantly. Swear to God.
I think, it's if you're like, I think it gets misconstrued where it started out as like acceptance, like self-acceptance, which is one thing. Like if you're fat and you know you're fat, but you're totally cool with it deep down, I even doubt that because
no one is.
Yeah. But if you truly are, then fine. But then they took it to the next level where it's like you're fat and you're also perfect.
Yeah.
And you're totally healthy. You can be healthy at any weight. Not fucking true.
Yeah, let's say you do 10 push-ups unbroken and write your name in cursive with your own piss.
Couldn't do it.
You'd be fucking breathing all over the place. It looked like a heart scanner.
Check your vitals after that.
Beep, beep. Yeah. Yeah, seriously. But just fucking, if you're overweight, dude, exercise and eating whole foods.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. You know what you can do, especially if you're like fat. It like just cutting out certain things would make a huge difference.
Like what are some things?
Well, like look at
sugar?
Like when we got back from Warped Tour, Neil lost like 60 pounds.
Yeah.
All he did was stop drinking.
Oh, yeah.
And he was doing basic exercise in the backyard, like shit anyone could do at home. Fucking push-ups, sit-ups, jump roping.
Pull-ups or something.
Not even that. We don't even have a pull-up bar. He's just doing like, this is before he went to the gym. He lost like 60 fucking pounds just basically from cutting out drinking.
Right.
I don't think he really even changed his diet at all. But like, just think about, when you fucking...
He might have. Actually, he was... Yeah, remember when he'd make a PB&J and a tortilla? Cutting out bread. You're like, oh, what a weird combo.
Yeah, but the point is, like, just cutting out easy shit like that makes a huge difference when you're super overweight. Once you're in shape, you have to, like, really fucking be on your shit to make any type of difference. But when you start from really, really big, then just cutting out, soda you drop weight.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot. And sugar, right?
Yeah. Well, basically just processed shit.
Yeah.
And fucking shit that is bad for you, but everyone eats it anyway. But I always think
it's good sometimes, though. You can't blame them.
You see, like, really, really big people.
Actually, you can blame the fuck out of them.
Well, dude, just think about, all weight loss is, for the most part, is calories in versus calories out. So, like, that's where exercise comes into play, because you're burning more calories. So if you want to lose weight, you can be in a calorie deficit to do it. So if you burn 3,000 calories a day from just living and then exercising, and you're only eating 2,500 calories a day, you'll lose weight.
Yeah.
But then the other way around for weight gain, if you're eating 5,000 calories a day because all you do is eat fast food and ice cream and soda and all this bullshit.
Yeah.
And you don't exercise, you're only burning, 2,000, 2,500 calories a day. Like you're in a huge surplus, I guess.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's so many people in the world that are in that big of a surplus or more where they're eating 5,000 calories a day and they're not exercising at all.
Crazy.
And then they can't figure out why they can't lose weight.
That's why, sunshine.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it sucks not having food quick though. Like to eat healthy, you gotta make your food. Even though,
but you don't have to. That's the other shit that like the media will tell you. Oh, it's so expensive to eat right.
No,
and like there's no options and this and
like,
that.
What would you suggest?
Like, don't drink soda.
Oh, right.
Just have water instead. That would make a huge difference. But even at some places there are very little options. But at some places, like, you can eat pretty decent for what it is. Like if you went to fucking Qdoba instead of McDonald's, like you can get a good meal at Qdoba. even like, Panda. It's not the best, but you could have the rice and then have, the teriyaki chicken is probably the best. It's just chicken,
Right.
just get double chicken. And that's way fucking better than chow mein and double orange chicken, and you still get to eat Panda or whatever. It's just having discipline and being aware of what you're putting in your body.
Yeah.
And not just fucking. That's why I felt bad for that family too. It's like, fuck, you have 2 kids sitting there with you. Mom and dad are both fat as fuck. The kids are already getting fat and they're 10 years old, 8 years old, and they're just shoving Panda down their mouths. And it's like those kids are going to be fat when they're teenagers or into their adult life too. They have no examples of good food or exercise or anything in the house.
Do you think there's more fat people now than ever before?
Yeah. And that's another reason why it's like there's definitely, like I said, there's some medical shit for some people, but look at the data back even 100 years ago or really from the beginning of time. Like there's no fucking fat people.
Right.
There might be some, but typically, and still to this day in other cultures, being fat is like a sign of wealth because all the peasants couldn't eat anything besides what they were given from like the kings and shit, basically just enough to survive and keep working for the kingdom. And then the kings are all fucking fat and shit because they have all the money and they're eating like lobster and butter and all this bad shit, But I mean, you look at normal people even after we were industrialized, 100 years ago, just look at photos of people. Black and white photos, like everyone's skinny.
Right.
And it's because they weren't eating all the processed shit and you couldn't go to fucking McDonald's and eat 2,000 calories in one meal.
Right.
When most people should be eating that or a little bit more in a whole day. And then they're eating that 3 times a day and not exercising at all.
Dude, you should be a coach.
I'm coaching fucking 100 people, 200, 300, 400 people right now.
You better fucking start paying, bitches. Go to our Patreon right now.
Pay up, dude.
Pay up. Go to our website, Go to Bed Podcast right now. Lose some weight. No, go to Double Edge Fitness if you really want to lose some weight.
Yeah, you can refer the podcast too. They say that's fine.
That'd be awesome. Gets you $50 to anything. Well, there's a lot of people at Double Edge that have, LLCs or work for themselves, and they'll, like for myself, if you sign up and you get referred by someone that already goes there, you get $50 off photo shoot or video shoot from me, or for instance, $50 off a massage, $50 off the gym, $50 off blank, blank, blank that people do there. So you can use that to your ability too. Not $50 off McDonald's though, you fat motherfuckers.
Hell no.